Welcome, Mr. Handicapper. Let's take a look at race number 8, the third edition, the Grade 1 Saudi Cup. Mile and an 8 with a purse of $20 million. Let me take this time to remind you that if you have not subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button, click on all notifications so you can be instantly notified when I post my picks. When you offer a purse of $20 million, well, the horses are going to come from all over the world. That's exactly what we have here in this race. This race includes last year's winner in Mishriff and the 2021 Kentucky Derby win in Mandaloun. Let's take a look at Mandaloun. Mandaloun has won 2 Grade 1 races, both of them by disqualification. As mentioned, just recently was made the winner of the Kentucky Derby. Back in July, won the Grade 1 Haskell at Monmouth by DQ. Last year, he competed against some of the best 3-year-olds in the country. His last race, the Louisiana Stakes, came in off a 6-month layoff, set off the pace of Midnight Bourbon, got in the stretch, passed Midnight Bourbon by, won by 3/4 of a length. That was off a 6-month layoff. He's going to be sharper in this race. Brad Cox has him ready to go. And they expect big things from this horse this year. Definitely using Mandaloun on my tickets. Now I want to take a look at the horse that he beat last time out. Good old Midnight Bourbon. Midnight Bourbon got to the lead in Louisiana Stakes, had the lead all to himself, and he couldn't hold on to the lead. But that's nothing new for Midnight Bourbon. He's done that a few times. He does a great job of coming in the money. Out of 14 races, he's come in the money 12 times. He's definitely a horse that I would use on my tickets because he's excellent at coming in the money. He just doesn't like to have his picture taken. This Midnight Bourbon just isn't a fan of winning. So I'm going to use him on my tickets. I'm going to use him in the money. I know he'll be forwardly placed in this race. Joel Rosario is back on board. I'll use Midnight Bourbon in my exotics. Then I want to take a look at 8-1 Art Collector with Luis Saez. Since Bill Mott took over, horse has won 3 out of 4 races, including the Grade 1 Woodward back at Belmont in October. Then he decided to race in the Breeders' Cup Classic at Delmar. Sat behind Nick's Go. Well, you know when you sit behind Nick's Go, no one challenges him. You're not going to beat Nick's Go. And that 1.25 mile distance, I don't think he wanted anything to do with that 1.25 mile distance. There's a distance that he likes. In fact, there's a distance that he loves. It's 1 mile and an 8. That's the distance of this race. He's perfect at 1 mile and an 8. 5 for 5. Out of his 8 wins in his career, 5 of those wins have come at the distance of 1 mile and an 8. With Luis on him, I think Luis is going to keep him pretty close to the lead. I like this horse at 8-1. I'm using Art Collector on my tickets at 8-1. Now I want to take a look at this horse. Mishriff. Out of 14 races in his career, 12 of them have been on turf. Only twice he's raced on dirt. And both of those dirt races was this race, the Saudi Cup. 2020, he finished second to Maximum Security. Last year, put away Charlatan. He won the Saudi Cup. He's coming in off a 4-month layoff. But last year, he came in off a 4-month layoff when he won this race. He's won over $15 million. And if he wins this race, he will become the highest earning horse in the sport. He's a multiple Grade 1 Group 1 winner. I like Mishriff in this race. And I like Mishriff to win. So I'm going with Mishriff to win the Saudi Cup. And I'm using him over Mandaloun, Art Collector, and Midnight Bourbon. And there's another horse that I can't ignore that I'm going to use underneath. That's the Japanese shipper, T.O. Kings. I've seen some of these horses from Japan win big races at big prices. You remember the Breeders' Cup Distaff, Marsh Lorraine, who's racing in this race, won the Breeders' Cup Distaff at 50 to 1. Getting 10 to 1 on T.O. Kings. Saw us last out on the Group 1 Champions Cup and put away Chua Wizard with ease. I'm putting T.O. Kings on my ticket. Once again, that's Mishriff for the win. And underneath, I'm using Mandaloun, Art Collector, Midnight Bourbon, and T.O. Kings. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking in this $20 million race. Good luck.